Yeah, and welcome to Pop Stash 102. So down below there is a link on an introduction on soloing concepts. Check that out. It's blues, bass, pentatonic, major and minor stuff, where we not only look at the scales but how the chords, you know, like over a 1-4-5, fit in the framework of the scales to help us be a little more melodic. So check that one out. And to expand upon that, I've come up with a blues major minor mixing arpeggio run that's kind of fun, and string skipping and hammer-ons and pull-offs and all sorts of doodads. So let's check it out. Alright, so let's bust in an arpeggio. You're like, boy, them's fighting words. Don't call me that again. Just means the notes of a chord played separately, if you don't already know, right? So what we're going to basically do in this riff is we're going to combine notes from the actual chord itself, and then notes from the minor pentatonic and the major, right? And we're going to throw that all together and make our own kind of bluesy arpeggio thing. So I'm going to start off, and you can either slide in on the A string to the 7th fret. I like to use my 2nd finger because I need to use my 1st finger for the next note. So you can slide in or just start there without sliding. And that's going to be the E note. So that's going to give us that, you know, starting off, hey, where this is an E chord. Right? Another note right out of the E chord, which is the D string 6th fret. And I'm going to go and use my pinky to get to the 9th fret. So we've played an E chord basically. Now, when you learn arpeggios, they're great because, again, they're notes of the chord, so they're automatically going to sound melodic. Now, you can do, you know, a la Malmsteen and do some sweeps, or you can do more of like a Larry Carlton, Robin Ford, kind of educated blues sound where you're using arpeggios, but they're not traditional, like, you know, stuff that you might see on YouTube all the time. So whether it's an E major chord, a 9 chord, any of that stuff, they all have arpeggios that go along with those chords. So we're just going to take pieces now and put it all together. So we've gone 9, A string, D string, 6 to 9, G string, back into that minor sound, 7 to 9. There's that E note from our chord again. Okay, so it goes. Alright, now we've also, by hitting these two notes, come back into our minor sound, which is the 4th position of E minor pentatonic. I'm going to carry on with that scale and go up to the B string 8 to 10. So all together. Now you can pick all these notes too or hammer them on. And then from there I'm going to jump back into that major sound. I'm going to go to the high E string and I'm going to go 7, 9. And then I'm going to jump back to here, which is the B string 10th fret. And then jump back to our E note, which is the 9th fret G string. So slowly we have. Now from there, I'm going to jump back down to the B string, and I'm going to do that kind of major sound thing, and I'm going to go, excuse the plane, we're going to go 7, 8, 7. Okay, so all together. Okay. Now after I hammer on and pull off, back to our E note, back down to the B string, 7th fret, and then I'm going to jump back up. Now I'm still going to stay within the 4th position minor pentatonic box, but I'm going to sneak in a chromatic note right here. Okay, so what I did was I went 8 and 9 on the D string and then jumped back to the D note, or the 7th fret of the G string. And then we go back to our 9th fret here, which is the 5th of our E. Okay? And then I'm going to jump back down to that D note and slide down to 7 to 6. So all together. And then I'm just going to go the 5th of the D chord, right? Or, you know, if you're playing, right? If you're pretending there's chords behind us, right? Or just a note right out of that minor pentatonic scale, which is right here on the 7th fret D string back to our 6th fret. So all together. Now I'm going to pull out of the minor pentatonic 3rd position, and I'm going to sneak in another chromatic note. Okay, and I'm going to go 7, 8, 7, 5. Yeah, so during every, you know, explanation on YouTube, you should always throw in at least one good choke note. It keeps you human, right? You can edit it out, or, you know, but let's just leave it in there just because we can. All right, so back to the correct way to play the riff. There it is. All right, so we got. Now we're going to go E note, A note, back to E. Okay, so that's 7A, 7D, 7A, and then we're going to hammer on 5 to 6 on the D string and catch another note out of an E major chord, which is right here. Right? That's the D shape version of that E chord. So E shape, D shape, A shape, all the same E chord, just different ways to play it. Now it also, at the very end, I threw in a, which you can, you know, totally do. It makes it more of that, you know, southern rock sort of thing, which I'm a huge fan of. And that would just be bending up on the 7th fret. And you can grab that. That's the B string, and grab that high E if you want. Okay, so that's also, when you bend up that note, gets you to the major 3rd of your E chord. So that gets us back into that major sound. So all together. And that, boys and girls, is a mix, again, of a arpeggio off of an E chord, minor pentatonic, and major pentatonic. And that's the kind of sound you get when you start to throw all that stuff together. Yes! Way to go! Now don't forget the Soloing Concepts 101 video that is not on YouTube. The link is down below in the description area down there. So it's like video, text, description, whoosh, down in there somewhere. Look for it, it's down there. But anyways, thank you guys so much. I've been away on vacation. It was kind of nice, recharging, and now I'm back. Check out Papa Stash Pop if you want to learn all things strumming and, you know, chart topping country and pop and all that kind of stuff. You got some gigs and like need to cram for a, you know, a gig at night, check it out. There's like 350 songs over there. So just cram it all in and go to the gig and pull it off and be the hero of your band in your town. You guys are amazing. Big hug from me to you. Catch you next time.